What is going on? We are in the Big Apple, New York City, New York. Welcome to the Season 13 USFA entry draft. And you already know the vibes. We got to see the latest and greatest in regards to the newest players joining the league. A lot of stars, a lot of great plays made here tonight, and it's going to get a little hectic. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's always that way during draft night. You know I can't do it alone. League owner, Caboose up in the building again. How are you feeling, my friend?
I'm doing good. It's 13 drafts. We're making our way up to 15, which would be a nice big achievement. I'm thinking at 16 we'll have a draft graphic bracket, see which one the people think is the best one of all time. But we're doing good. We're doing good.
I love to see it. Everybody in the chat loves to see it. Got 11 people up in here from what I'm currently seeing. Thank you so much for spending your night with us. Got plenty of games coming up. After this, we still got the Pro Bowl. We got the awards show. We got free agency coming up. These teams are going to be looking immensely different, and I can't wait to see how it goes down when it is time. But we're getting close to that time. Number one overall draft pick. I'm going to go ahead and slide over to the home screen, get it all ready to go. And you can just go ahead and let me know when you're ready. I'm all good to go.
All right. Well, it is my privilege and honor to announce that the Dallas Dragons are on the clock officially.
Dallas Dragons, let's go ahead and do it.
And this is my pick, so I'm going to be a little quiet here.
Mm-hmm. Big old Dallas Dragons doing their thing. Gonna be interesting to see who we choose to pick up. Thanks for the sub, and by the way, Caboose. Got a lot of holes to take care of. A few retirements, last second retirements. Halfback, wide receiver would be their main needs outside of the defense, obviously. Defensive back help, cornerback help. Linebackers could always use improvement. Same for D-line. And it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. There's a lot of big names up here in this draft. And I can't wait to see how it goes down. How you feeling? Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. And actually, I should probably have this up here. I'll say around like 2 minutes. It's going to be a 3-minute set. I mean, it is off. I mean, clearly there's better halfbacks than off, right? Said, how am I on the best available? That's how it goes down sometimes, man. You just tag yourself.
Yeah, because that's how it's going to work. I'm going to tag who's up next.
About that. Still got about 30 seconds or so, I'd say. 30, 45 seconds. I kind of talked through a little bit.
And the pick is in.
The pick is in. We're going to start it out with Dallas. How you feeling? What's the first one?
We have, out of NDSU, cornerback Ricky Bobby coming to Dallas.
They addressed a big need. We seen what happened in the playoffs going up against Detroit. one of those main reasons was stopping the passing attack, and it's going to be interesting to see how he shapes up. Definitely got an active guy in Kickler who knows what he needs to do to get the job right, and I can't wait to see what he does in that green and silver. Great pick, most definitely.
All right, and next up on the clock we have Huntington Beach. I believe this is via New Jersey. New Jersey not in the league anymore. They got retracted this off season.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to have a trade to announce.
All right. And
All
then we
right.
starting into it. What we got, man?
We have a trade between Huntington Beach and Miami coming up here.
All righty. As soon as I can get that. Okay.
You just let me know when it's up, and I will read through it real quick.
And it is up.
Awesome. We have Miami receiving the on-the-clock pick, second overall. And going to Huntington Beach, we have the 12th overall pick in this draft and defensive tackle Frank Doom.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
That will put Miami up on the clock.
Go ahead and get that full 3 minutes here. The United Bowl champions by far. Only one blemish the whole season. 13-1. And there's not too many holes that they have. I mean, that could really speak on the defensive line's great. Honestly, they could use some depth now. Now they lost Frank, but I don't think that's worth a first round pick. Linebacker, always use some linebacker help. Got some great guys there. Defensive back, never hurt with depth and all the good stuff. So offensively, maybe some tight end work, but once again, I don't know if that's going to be a good pick there at that. But we'll see how they goes down.
Well, the pick is in here from Miami.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
We have out of, let me see if I can find his name. There he is. Out of Maryland, free safety, Miko Myers. Taking his owner player right there.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Should be a great job. And he did have a few things in college that I was loving. I love his ranginess, his ability to tackle in open space, go sideline to sideline. And I can't wait to see what he does in the new look here. Well, first time we're having a team in Miami, and I'm hyped for that. So go ahead with your bad selves.
All right. And up next, we have the St. Louis Archers are on the clock.
St. Louis on the clock. There goes J Max player right there doing his thing. I see you. But St. Louis, they made a good jump. They had one win 2 seasons ago. Last season, they won 4. Obviously, that's a big improvement there. And I said 4 out of 110. That's crazy. I got to change that. But outside of that, very, very good job here by Turts and the gang. And honestly, they could go anywhere with this pick. Halfback would be solid. They did lose one via retirement. Wide receiver, quarterback. It could go a lot of different ways here. Offensively, I think they could use any help they could get.
Well, I'm going to hit you with a trade alert. As this pick is going to be on the move.
And which one is this going to be?
This is going to be the St. Louis and Detroit trade.
All right.
So Detroit making a play here.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and turn it on. It is up.
Awesome. We have Action Jackson Jr. heading to St. Louis alongside a Season 14 third-round pick from Detroit in exchange for 1.3, the on-the-clock pick, and the 26th overall pick in the draft. And that will put Detroit up on the clock here.
Mm-hmm. Sayonara to the big homie Action Jackson Jr. But I think that kind of opens up what I'm thinking is going to happen for Detroit later on. Well, not even later on. Pretty soon.
All right, so we've got Detroit on the clock here.
Similar setup is what I said to Miami. Like, not a lot of holes here, but you just open one up, so I have to assume that is going to be something that I'm thinking.
Well, it is going to be an owner player, and it is going to be out of Michigan State, quarterback Suro Thomas.
And that sounds like relation to the strong linebacker on the other side, Calvin Thomas, and he says he's looking to make his name in the USFA. I've heard that he's got a lot of different styles to his game, a little bit of Jaden Daniels meets a little bit of Patrick Mahomes. That's what he's been telling me in the chat, so I can't wait to see how he looks in that blue and purple.
All right, well, that'll bring Pittsburgh up on the clock here. Pittsburgh has historically drafted pretty well, if I may say so myself.
I'd agree with that.
But has only made it.
The guy tagged first.
No, I don't, because there is a trade to announce.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry.
I love you too.
So I was going to give you a little bit more time to talk, but this is the Pittsburgh and Miami back up on the trade board here. Miami getting active in these first couple of picks.
As soon as I could find it. Say Pittsburgh, Miami. Let's open it up. It is on.
Awesome. So this is going to have Rhino Dobbins and the on-the-clock pick at 1.4 heading to Miami. In exchange, Pittsburgh will receive Dexter Hall and a Season 14 second-round pick from Miami. And that will put J-Mac and Miami back up on the clock here.
Alrighty. The boys are back.
So, I mean, I'll let you talk more about Miami if you want.
Most definitely. Like I said before, real strong team all the way through. Got a lot of talent all over the field. Halfback secured. Wide receiver secured. Got the big homies in the defensive line secured. Linebacker secured. Kicker secured. Quarterback top notch. I mean, honestly, I think they'd just be looking for depth at this point. Just try to fill out a hole. I'm thinking wide receiver could be a need in the future. See if they can continue to stretch the field.
It could very well be the case.
Got a couple of minutes here.
As we wait for J-Mac to make his pick. This is true. They did just lose Dexter Hall. So you could be thinking maybe a replacement for him.
Mm-hmm.
Could be something that comes in the works here.
Nothing wrong with that.
As J-Mac approaches the 1 minute.
Yeah, it look like we got a minute and a half, all the good stuff.
Yeah. All right, and the pick is in from Miami.
Let's go ahead and do it. J Mac, how you feeling?
Well, I'm not surprised by this in the slightest. But we have, out of Appalachian State, wide receiver Johnny Butkus going to Miami.
JB. Can't wait to be saying that on game day when I'll be doing the commentary for sure. Great talent, worth all of the first roundedness that he is. He can stretch the field. He's got the hands. He got the routes. He could block a little bit too, which is rare. So I like to see it. And I already know Miami's loving life right now. They're looking pretty good with two great picks.
Well, and that will bring us to Huntington Beach again, this one via Anchorage. Again, Anchorage not in the league anymore, but this is where they would have picked if they were, and it didn't make sense to remove that pick from a team that traded for it.
Wait, say that last part again?
So it didn't make sense to remove a pick from a team that had already traded for it.
Mm-hmm. True.
So, hey, what are you thinking here?
I mean, that's me.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'm not going to let you think too long because we do have a trade to announce. What is this? 4 or 5 straight pick trades in a row on each. Y'all killing me.
It'd be like that. Work. And this is
All
what we're
right.
looking for, right?
Yeah, this is the Huntington Beach and DC getting back into things. You know, Ryan, he's going to be active with the trades.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and do it. Just checking one thing here. Sorry. There you go. Yep, this is it. And it is up.
All right. Well, this is a pretty big one. We have Austin Wilson and Jason Banks both heading to the other side of the country in Huntington Beach. And DC is going to get a bit of a haul. They're going to get the season 13 Huntington Beach first, the on-the-clock pick right now, 1.5, 1.8, 3.24, and the season 14 Pittsburgh second. Heading back to DC, and that'll put Ryan Davis up on the clock.
Looking forward to get Austin Wilson in those in that blue and steel gray for sure. I'm loving it. And he said it is DC, right? And that's it right there.
You guys traded 24, right? On that one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the pick is in pretty quick here.
DC. I love to see what the DMV doing.
We have out of UCLA, strong safety Rocket Davis.
Mr. Rocket Man.
Coming in. And that will bring up Tacoma coming up on the clock here.
Good old Tacoma. How you feeling? I mean, honestly, they're in a similar situation as to what I said about St. Louis earlier. Honestly, they could use weapons anywhere and everywhere. I would say one of the top receivers is gone, but there's still some great guys and gals up in here. Quarterback, obviously, need unless they go to the free agent pool. Really just depends on how they want to swing it.
Yeah, well, and they are going to make their pick pretty quick here, as the pick is in from Tacoma.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. How you feeling, Tacoma?
And they are going to be taking, if I can find him, there he is, out of Abilene Christian, because he didn't pick a college, quarterback B. Fazo.
Is it Bifazo or Bifazo?
Bifazo, Bifazo, I don't know. He'll have to let us know in the chat at some point.
All I know is he's going to be in Tacoma. And for a team that needs a quarterback, they've survived the Jim Carr experiment. It started out pretty good, and there was one point where we were saying Jim Carr was the top free agent playing in the USFA, but that kind of fell off as the season went along. They needed wins to get to the playoffs, couldn't make it. And now they got a guy that they could build around. It's a pretty big draft, so I think I know what direction they're going to be heading after this.
For sure. So that's going to bring up Huntington Beach, this one via New York.
Huntington Beach is up. I don't know why I keep clicking that off. That's crazy. There you go.
And we're going to have a trade to announce.
And this one's going down.
Well, in order to announce this trade for the on-the-clock pick, we have a trade involving something that's being traded in that. So first, we have a trade between Huntington Beach and Charlotte to announce, and then we're going to get to the New York and Huntington Beach trade here, as Huntington Beach is swinging a couple different moves to make this happen.
Did I send that to you? I don't know if I made that one. I probably have to make it real quick.
Huntington Beach and Charlotte?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was like the first one you made.
Is it the main one? Or is it the other one?
That's the main one.
Yeah, it's the main one. It's the big baby. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you thought the last trade, it was, yeah. If you thought the last trade was big, wait until you see this Charlotte Huntington Beach one.
Mm-hmm. Pulling it up right now for you, and it's up.
All right. Well, we have Tyler Deathridge, Donnell Sullivan, the 10th overall pick, and the 27th overall pick heading over to Charlotte in exchange for Hank Falco, Vic Dotson, the 42nd overall pick, a season 14 second, and a season 14 third heading to Huntington Beach.
It was bound to happen for sure.
And all of that to make this upcoming trade between Huntington Beach and New York.
Where are you? There you go. Finally, a lot quicker that time. I love to see it. And I know y'all love to see it. And it is going to be up.
Awesome. So, the 42nd overall pick that Huntington Beach just got is heading to New York alongside the on-the-clock pick, 7th overall, and Zayna Bain, in exchange for Xavier Blanton, DJ McFadden, and Emerson Spiraw.
Definitely some big boy moves. Get some value. Looking to see it. I can't wait to get these guys in my group. Y'all ain't gonna know what hit y'all, but that's for another day.
Sure. And all that to say, New York is on the clock.
New York is on the clock. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. And we are up. And let me go ahead and get this bad boy back up for y'all. And let me go ahead and get that timer right. Thank you. Now, where did they go from here? That's the question.
I would say I would say that they could go somewhere, but in reality, if you're looking at the top of the board, you're going to see that there's an owner player there that needs to be picked up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's exactly where he's going to go.
Let's go ahead and run it. Aaron Knight, what are you looking?
Well, he is going to take out of Michigan cornerback Archer Ike.
Definitely need some secondary help as well to compete with these high capacity passing attacks in the East. And I can't wait to see what he does. There's a lot of big names in that secondary. It's only going to get bigger from there. I love to see a great pick. And who we have next?
Up next, we have DC. And I do need to check and see if there is a trade on this one.
DC, and I'll be right back.
All right. Well, with DC up on the clock, see what they do here as Stacks disappears into the ether for a little bit.
Okay, I'm back. I am back.
Welcome back.
Alrighty. Well, so where we at? I'm sorry. Did DC make a pick?
Not yet.
Okay. It took over Tampa Bay, so still some good holes to take either way, right? So
Yeah. Absolutely.
interesting to see what goes down for this one for sure. Like see on the team needs halfback, tight end, defensive back, linebacker, honestly anything safe defense wise will work.
As we're getting a little bit of a spat here, and the pick is in from DC.
The pick is in. Let's go ahead and get into it.
And we are going to get out of Toledo, halfback Slam Bam Huckleby, heading to DC.
Had a few needs. That's very nice. I love to see it. And who will be next on the board?
Right. Well, we are going to have up next, we have St. Louis back up on the clock here. They traded away their last pick.
And here they are back again from there. Okay.
They are back.
Well, they got 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Well, I'm not going to give you those 3 minutes because I'm going to hit you with another trade.
How dare you?
We have DC getting back active here in the trade department.
Mm-hmm.
And DC is going to receive the on-the-clock pick here. This is ninth overall, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
In exchange, St. Louis will receive defensive end Demon Jones, the 21st overall pick, and a season 14 third-round pick.
DC said they loading up. They said they ain't playing games. And I'll put
So
these.
this will put DC back up on the clock.
Let's do it. Still a lot of value here in this draft. Everywhere, every position is open. For the most part, you love to see it. They could go corner. They could go grab another safety to pair up with his own. He could go linebacker. He could go D-line. I mean, honestly, you could go either way with it.
Yeah. There are a lot of options, and the pick is going to be in.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. How you feeling?
Well, we have out of Maryland, cornerback Kason Kane heading to DC.
Case of Kane Allen. He said he ready to go ahead and get into it. I love to see it, and I was recruiting too. If I had my picks, I would have went after him that early as well. Unfortunately, didn't fall, but he's going to make himself a household name there in DC. I already know.
All right, and this will bring Charlotte up onto the clock.
Most definitely. Let's go ahead and flip that. Got some big names here once again. Halfback. Not having Doc Boone. We'll see what happens there. Wide receiver could always use some work. They need a new tight end. But I'm pretty sure he has a guy that he has in mind already.
Absolutely, the pick is in. It is not going to be a much of a deliberation here.
What you got there?
We have out of UCLA quarterback Ryzen Rodriguez.
So they just traded for a guy, and it looks like it's not going to be utilized. Guess he's going to be hitting that market. We'll see what happens from there. But I'm liking what I see from Ryzen. Definitely a big body QB. Got the rocket. He knows how to fit it into tight spaces. No diddy. And he's going to get the job done. There for Charlotte.
All right. Well, that was something that was said live on air right then. Next up, we have Detroit up on the clock.
Detroit is on.
Detroit took their owner player their last pick, and there's now is the question of where do they go?
There's a few different ways to go. Like I said, you can always use depth, defense. You can always go for the playmakers on offense as well. Definitely some good players still available, as you can see, at pretty much every position. There's really no chance that you could go wrong.
No, not at all.
It's just a matter of where they want to go with it. 2 minutes.
They got some time. They're not going to use that time because the pick is in.
All right, let's go back to Motor City trying to get a ring.
Absolutely. We're going to have out of UCLA, wide receiver, I'm him for real.
Such a go-to name. I'm not even going to lie to you. And he's got every chance in the world to prove that he's him. He's going to have a strong rookie quarterback to go along with him. Got some great guys there like Swoosh, Tito. I can't wait to see what this offense could do with the new scheme. And I've been talking to Kyle Wu. He's in cooking. He's been cooking.
Absolutely. Well, this is going to bring Huntington Beach up onto the clock. Stacks, you have been tagged. You are officially on the clock.
Yay. Can actually make a pick now?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you going to trade this?
Hmm?
I don't know. You going to make this? You going to trade this
I'm
pick?
sorry, I just lost track of time. I just lost track of space, but it's all good. I'll go ahead and make it here.
All right. Well, the pick is in. Not that you didn't already know that.
You want me to go ahead and say it or what?
You can go ahead and announce it.
Oh,
It's
okay,
your
so
pick.
sweet. So coming to the Huntington Beach Voyagers will be middle linebacker Cassidy Dotson out of Miami, Florida, or Jacksonville.
No,
one of those two.
that's Florida A&M. But, close enough.
It's all good.
All right.
Gonna be
Now
a
that
good piece
Stacks
though that
has,
they need though for sure.
yeah, now that Stacks has picked up his owner player and we're all cheering for him, Charlotte going to be up on the clock.
And who's next?
Charlotte. Yeah, this will be the second round. So we're going down to 2 minutes per pick.
Alrighty.
We do not have a New Orleans team, JoJo.
Do your thing, show some love, and become owner. Maybe. Who is the closest team to New Orleans? Is it Charlotte?
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas. Yeah, true.
If we got a New Orleans team, we could finally kick Detroit over into the East where they belong. All right. Well, the pick is in here from Charlotte.
Pick is in for Charlotte. How you feeling? Dissolving.
Well, they're going to pick up linebacker Jordan Banks, and he is from UCLA.
Good job, Rangy. Once again, there's a lot of guys that know how to use that speed to get anywhere on the field to bring down the ball carrier. Jordan Banks is one of them, and I can't wait to see him in the purple and gold pretty soon.
Up next, we have Ryan Davis in DC once again.
Let's go ahead and do it. What's going on, Mike Jack? What's happening, big homie? He said, "Give some subs with y'all broke selves." I'm not one to disagree with them, me personally. Okay, go and get them subs.
Well, the pick is in here from DC.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay, just gotta find myself. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
There you go. So we're at DC. Go ahead and make your pick.
All right. We have out of Wyoming defensive tackle Wilson Jr. heading to DC.
Big tank of a defensive tackle. He's gonna clog up them holes for sure. And we haven't really had that one great defensive tackle, right? Like, there's been some good ones, but not a lot of them have made those big impacts. I can't wait to see what he does here in the league for sure. It's going to be sweet.
Absolutely. Up next, we have Huntington Beach up on the clock for 2.
Amen to that. So many good choices.
Well, you get to pick 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What am I feeling like today? And let's go ahead and switch that over.
Well, Stacks takes his sweet time thinking about this. Everyone's kind of hoping this is finally the year that Huntington Beach does not make the playoffs.
Good luck with that.
We're all hoping that Stacks and his game planning ability does not translate to the field. Did you know that Huntington Beach's worst seasons were actually under Stacks? Now, granted, their worst seasons were still like United Bowl winning teams, but we don't talk about that. As we watch Stacks grow through all of the players.
I haven't really been posting on the what's the names. Like, I haven't really been doing my recruiting as much as I should have. Been doing so much stuff, but I think I know a direction. Okay.
All right, well, the first pick is in.
You can go ahead and announce. I'm still looking.
All right. We have a free safety out of UCLA. It is Millimeter Defeater heading to Huntington Beach.
Get that hype train up, good people.
And reminder, Huntington Beach still up on the clock here. They've got one more pick with 16th overall.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kick it over to Tacoma for their first pick, or their second pick.
I don't fucking know. Yeah, actually, I think I got an idea.
Someone there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think I know who he's looking at.
There you go.
Not quite the one I thought, but still not too far off.
You go ahead and announce.
All right. We have coming out of Duke, wide receiver Dante Chambers. Heading to Huntington Beach as Tacoma heads up onto the clock here.
You said who's up? Sorry?
Tacoma.
Tacoma? Okay. Looking forward to see what my boy Chambers do. I see what I would be doing in Detroit. I need some loving over here, man. I see Mike Jack up there. He mad about that one. I'm sorry. I only got a few picks, so I gotta take it.
All right.
You gonna tag your boy?
No, because every time you ask me if I'm going to tag them, I'm actually just going to hit you with a trade, like right now.
I know. I'll just be doing it for the memes, to be honest. Not that one. Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's between DC and Tacoma. Because we need more DC trades, you know?
Of course, of course. Let's go ahead and open it up. It is up.
All right. So Tacoma is going to receive the 24th overall pick and a season 14 second. That 24th overall pick was recently acquired by DC in their trade with Huntington Beach a little earlier. And in exchange, DC is going to get the 17th overall pick. So DC on the clock.
Wonder where to go with this one. No, Ryan. He knows already where he needs to go.
And he does.
And we'll go ahead and flip it over then. Ryan Davis cooking.
Oh, that's a smart move. He's going to take out of UCLA wide receiver Golden Hands. In other words, he's taking his wife.
I could have drafted her. I let it slide this time.
I'm just saying. Sounds like a good move to me. All right. Up next, we have New York up on the clock.
It seems like this is the first draft in a while where we've seen multiple New York draft picks.
I don't think New York has drafted. Oh no, they took their corner.
Yeah, it seems like they always have like maybe like 3 or less picks a draft or something like that.
Something like that. But that trend is going to continue because we have a trade to announce.
Well, of course.
And can you guess who it's between?
It's Huntington Beach, right?
No, this is New York and DC.
Oh, felt. I'm just going with the motions right now.
No, you're good.
There's so many trades. So little time. But it is up.
All right. Well, DC is going to get the 18th overall pick on the clock in exchange for the 25th and 35th overall picks and Matty Tillman heading over to the Big Apple.
Interesting setup. No, New York definitely needed some linebacker depth. I don't know if that was a little bit too much of a reach on that side. I probably would have kept the pick, see what you could have got, but nonetheless, they do get some more picks along with it. So I guess I see the value when it's all said and done.
25 and 35.
Mm-hmm. Right, back to DC.
Yep.
There are 3 constants of life: death, taxes, and Ryan Davis making the immense amount of trades.
Yes. I gotta take Golden Hands
I thought
off
that was
as
cool
well.
when they had back-to-back picks, and this guy has like 3 in like the last 5 or something like that.
This guy has back-to-back traded picks.
That's crazy. I thought that was the cool one.
Nope.
Well, people love me. Like, people in the chat love me. I don't know about you, but people in the chat love me.
People love me.
They tolerate you.
People love me. Everyone loves me.
I'm just kidding. Nah, they love you in their own way. What's up, Mr. Frank Doom? I don't know if you seen the trade earlier, but you coming home to Huntington Beach.
All right. Well, the pick is in.
And here comes
from. We have out of UCLA, free safety Talon Rikerstone heading over to DC. Or should we call them the DC UCLA Bruins tribe?
Pretty much, yeah. But once again, that's the misses right there. Really don't blame them. Got to make sure you get everything secured. Got the safety security blanket led by the Davises, if you will. So that's going to be pretty sweet.
Absolutely. Um, and at least as of right now, I have no more planned trades. I might hit you with something just to get a little freaky. But
Get freaky on me.
up next, we have Huntington Beach on the clock.
Hey, look at me. Yeah. What we got over here? What we got? Let's see. We got over here. We got some good picks all the way around, like I always say. Really just depends on how I want to swing it. There's so much talent everywhere. Let's see. Got like another minute 15, something like that.
Classic Stacks not knowing who he's drafting.
So much to choose from. It's so good. Hmm. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of just a little bit
What's that?
of UCLA
Oh.
up on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like most of the draft.
Yeah. But I got mine in. Big time.
See that the pick is in and is going to be out of Florida Atlantic cornerback Prince Revels.
Need some secondary help. I seen how that last game went with between me and you, my friend. I got to load up. That's what it taught me. I need some secondary help. So, welcome to the standard of the USFA, Mr. Rebels.
The family that loses to Dallas, yeah.
Shut up.
Up next, we have St. Louis for the first time, and they are up for 2.
Very nice. Very nice.
Now, I do have a list just in case. Kurt said he might not be available, so.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, I know his 2 picks. He spelt one of them wrong, but that's okay.
Would you expect me to be eating chicken wings right now?
Yes, I would not be surprised. And if you had a glass of whiskey next to you as well, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Nah, I'm on lemonade tonight, but I
Okay,
thought about it.
I bet you did. You know what though? I will say I've been getting picking some Albertsons around me, and man, that's good.
So what?
The Albertsons chicken next to me is
Oh yeah.
pretty good.
Oh yeah.
As we approach a minute left here for Kurt and the Archers,
Mm-hmm.
that I do have a list here from him, so I do know what he is planning to take.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, whoever it gets selected is going to be used.
Yeah, this is true. Let me know once he is out of time, and I'll make his selections, both of them, for him, so we don't have to wait through another 2-minute queue.
Yeah, I got another like 20 seconds or so.
Sweet. Yeah, if you had to say off top who you think gets rookies of the year from this draft class.
Potentially a guy like Ryzen, or I'm thinking it's going to be a quarterback potentially.
Okay.
So either Ryzen or Detroit's quarterback. I'm leaning towards them.
Okay.
And B Fazo's up there as well potentially. Um, That's also a potential if he could get a good team around him.
For sure. I'm putting the picks in here from Kurt's list,
Mm-hmm.
and we are going to have, for the first one, out of UCLA, inside linebacker Doot Whistletute.
Dude.
And then for the second one, we have out of Colorado, defensive end King Sosa.
You love to see it. Two great players on that defensive side of the ball. You honestly can't have too many people on defense that can make plays. And I've seen these two in college. They know how to get the job done in their respective positions. I love to see it.
Absolutely, absolutely. As this will bring up Detroit once again.
Mm-hmm. Wonder what's on their mind now. They got mad at me for stealing one of their peeps away from them, but that is part of the draft. I lost out on one pick before mine, and I let Ryan have it in the chat just so y'all knew. But it is what it is, part of life. Straight up looped me with the trade. I love to see it, but that is part of the business. You can't get everything, can't get everybody, and I can't wait to see what the rest of these teams do. Still plenty of talent all the way around on this team, and it can honestly go either way. Still got some running backs available. Still got some big homies in the wide receiver spot. Defensive tackle and linebacker still available if need be. Secondary help is here with the high 6s and 7s. It could go either way.
Absolutely. As we are waiting on the pick here. And the pick is in.
Let's go ahead and do it, Detroit. Mike Jack Mad in the chat.
And we're going to have out of Wyoming, cornerback Colton Powell II.
Big pimpin'. I love to see it. Like I said, nothing wrong with some secondary help. We're in this second round, right? Still, still keeping them moving here. Real good piece to add on to that great secondary. Mikey Jackson's gonna be teaching them a lot.
For sure. And I believe this will bring Kurt back up.
Let's
It will. So St. Louis going to go back up, and I'm just going to go ahead and draft off his list real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is available.
You got welcome to the Huntington Beach. What's up, David? Looking forward to have you in the offense, most definitely. Teams coming together really nice.
Give me just a second to get this in.
Just one pick?
All right. Yep, just the one pick. And we are going to have the pick is in, if you want to play your graphic there.
Yes.
Sweet. And we're going to get out of Liberty, defensive tackle Zachary Babineau.
Zachary Babineau doing his thing. Once again, similar to what I said about Wilson earlier, he's a big body. He knows how to rush the pass, stop the run. He could do a little bit of everything. And he's very strong as well. He knows how to get through that O-line to make the play. And I love to see it. They're going to need that help there in St. Louis.
Absolutely. As we get Tacoma up on the clock.
Tacoma.
And this is the pick that they got for trading back with DC earlier.
Mm-hmm. He said finally Liberty's repping right there.
Absolutely. Yep. Liberty, but it's okay.
Liberty.
Liberty. Yeah, no, that needs to get out of my head right now.
I like that commercial with that one guy can't even say Liberty right. Liberty.
Yeah.
These commercials are okay. They're getting better. At first, it was like a dry spell, like good commercials, but now they're starting to pick it back up again.
Yeah, well, it's almost Super Bowl time, so I mean, are you really surprised?
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah. As Tacoma got about a minute left.
Looking through the draft board, running low on the 750s now. Looks like we got uh, one more wide receiver, got a halfback, another wide receiver, and got quarterbacks up here. Going down the list, you got some skill positions here. You got some corners, you got some D linemen still, more wide receivers. That's the top of the list in regards to best available TPE wise. And then you got some more players down here still waiting for their turn. Can't wait to see what they do.
For sure. I do not have a list from Tacoma.
Mm-hmm. They got about like 30 seconds left.
Timer says it's 5 on the stream.
Yeah, I didn't click over. That was
Oh, okay.
Glock Lesnar. What's happening, big homie? I tried to get you, but the boys sniping.
Let me know when he is out of time.
And no. Mm-hmm.
All right. So he is going to get. What do you think is fair? We take a low end player or give him
I say,
something else?
honestly, it could. That's some good question. That's a good question. What's fair is probably a back or a receiver. I'm thinking offense for him. If I was to do it,
All right. Well, you know what? Let's do this one. You missed your pick. I'm not going to give you the cream of the crop.
mm-hmm.
So we're going to go out of Liberty. Wide receiver Elijah Diggs.
Elijah Diggs. Okay, I see you, Big Pimpin'. Still not a bad pick, all things considered. It's definitely a need still, like I said. We'll see how he fits. It's obviously a reach in regards to TPE. Still some great talent up there ahead of him, but a pick is a pick, and Tacoma's going to get better with each and every one of them. So we'll see.
That is true. And up next, we have New York on the clock.
Whoops, did not mean to do that. That will be clicked eventually, but we'll go ahead and put them on, and they got 2 minutes. See, it's one thing if they left the list though. We would have went off the list because Tertz left the list, so you know.
This is true. First left the list.
Mm-hmm. But in regards to what they may need, actually, let's see what they got up to this point. They got the corner. No. Yeah, they got the corner Archer, right? So got that, and that's really about it up to this point. So honestly, defense wouldn't hurt for them. We'll see where they go with it. Offense, there could be some holes filled.
Well, the pick is in from New York.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
We have out of Colorado, cornerback Coco Jellybean.
Coco Jelly Bean, what's popping? And once again, adding on to a budding great secondary here. You love to see it, and interested to see how that will go from here, where he'd fit in that defense. Hey, and
All
who's
right. Up next, sorry, it was biggest troll finally showed up. Up next, we're going to go to Mikey and the Detroit Hellhounds up next.
We'll go ahead and bring it up then. Once again, still some big names all the way around. It's gonna be interesting to see if he goes back to if they go back to defense, or if they try to load up on some weapons. Who knows? I got a friend request. People friend requested me. I don't know these people. I'm just kidding. I know them. Love that response. Like, when they have a point, they have a point.
All right. Well, the pick is in here from Detroit. Sorry, I was responding to Twitch chat there for those who watch this maybe later.
Mm-hmm.
We have a defensive end. If I can find him. There he is. Out of UCLA, defensive end Sonny D's.
Sunny D's making it happen here. Adding on to that D line, which has been very strong all season long there for him. Gonna be interesting to see where they go after this pick and who's gonna be next.
And it's going to be Charlotte back up next.
Charlotte, it is. And seeing what they got so far, they got Jordan Banks, they got Ryzen, and up to that point, that is about it. So this will be their third official pick. They could go back to see if they could replace Vic with the tight end here. They could go wide receiver to add on with MJW. Halfback is still a thing. They have his Allo Zooms, and that's really about it. Still some big name players all the way around.
This is true. I mean, this is still, like prime territory if you're asking me. Mm-hmm. And missing your picks here, not a good idea.
Yeah, gotta make sure you're on top of your game, especially around this time.
I do not have a list from dissolving, so once again, I'm going to be looking at towards the bottom half here.
Yeah, got about 45 seconds left, so. $30 seconds.
I think I know who I'm taking for him.
Bring Liberty back. Down at the like a back or something.
Nah. I know what they need.
Then give them what they need. 5 seconds.
Alright, well, we do not have a pick in from Charlotte, so the pick is now in from an administrative. They're taking out of Oklahoma, tight end Goose Busters.
Nothing wrong with that. You lose a guy like Vic. Now it's up to them to try to replace him. They have Darnell Savage from the trade, so it's not like they don't have anything. And they also have Tanner Baxter, also a very good blocking type of tight end, but they need a receiving guy that could go up and hit those seams. And I've seen this guy right here do it all season long as a player in the ECFL, so I can't wait to see what he does here in Charlotte.
Well, and we are moving on now to Tacoma.
Back to Tacoma. We'll see if he answers this time. He said another quarterback would have been a good pick. That would have been hilarious. In regards to them, honestly, they're in the same boat as what I see for a team like potentially a Tampa Bay, not a Tampa Bay, well, Tampa Bay, formerly Tampa Bay, now DC. Your what's the word? St. Louis's, if you will. They could use essentially anything and everything to build the foundation. They do have some picks
Mhm.
already. That's going to help out quarterback and wide receiver duo. Can't be mad at it. But there's still some 750s up there. It could be interesting to see what they do. Maybe they go all rookie on the offensive end. You never know.
Absolutely. What's the time at? Timer is not running on the stream, so I
Got
cannot
another
tell.
got another 45 seconds. I'll start it here.
Yep.
Just count 45. Are we in the third now? Or
We are definitely in the third.
sweet. Saints and Beach have picks left?
Maybe.
Gotta check.
Have
Guess
to,
we'll
yeah, that's something you're gonna have to check for yourself.
mm-hmm.
No. No, you did not.
Okay.
Let me know when they run out of time.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Awesome. We're gonna do.
Let me know when to flip it.
Go ahead and flip it.
Alright. Flipping.
And Tacoma is going to take out of Portland State defensive tackle Tank Jones.
Head on to that D line for sure. Going to be interesting to see what he does. Tank Jones, he sounds familiar. Is that the same one we know that's been in the league for a minute?
I don't know. The username is Ty Jones.
Might be. I have to double check that player in the pool, but yeah, could be interesting to
Yeah,
see what they see, what they do for him, and they definitely need some D
absolutely.
line help get after that quarterback.
And up next, we have Charlotte.
Back to Charlotte, and I'll run the clock this time. The same one? Okay, it's the same one.
Awesome, as the pick is in.
Pick is in. Who told you the pick is in?
Well, Charlotte told me the pick is in.
Amen.
And they are taking out of UCLA running back Jojo Vasquez.
Got some insurance there for losing Doc Boone. And I've seen JoJo. He's very, very active as well. Surprised he slid this far back. But it did work out there for Charlotte. And now they got some key pieces there on offense to build around for the future. New quarterback, new halfback, new tight end, looking real nice. And who is next?
That is going to be Dallas. Up next.
Dallas. I know that guy. But so far, Ricky Bobby's been the only pick for you. Still some heavy, heavy talent all the way around on here. And I may have an idea where you may go with this one.
Yeah, let's
And
see if you can get it right.
all right, I'll go ahead and flip it.
All right. The Dallas Dragons are selecting out of USC wide receiver Luke Garcia III.
Big pimping, doing big pimping things. They need targets for Justin Duke to throw it to after losing so many big players, and definitely going to help out. He's a big body guy. He could go up and grab it, climb that ladder, and I can't wait to see him in the pros. And I know you're hyped for him too, especially how far he fell.
For sure. And we have DC up on the clock next.
DC. And let's do a quick review. So far they've ran through this draft. um Let me see here.
They got a lot.
We got 2, 4, 5, 6 players already going on to 7. Um, what do they need now? That they have already.
More pieces, I'm sure. I'm sure they will always tell you they need more. The pick is in here.
Let's go ahead and do it. DMV back in it.
We have out of Liberty, cornerback Alex Waugh. Or Alex Roy. Pretty sure it's Alex Waugh, but
Alex Roy, yeah. Big moves right there for sure. Another active guy doing his thing. I've seen him popping in and out of the chat. I like his game on the field as well. He's going to have a good time in DC. Ryan's one of the top dogs to ever do it.
Mm-hmm. Up next, we have Detroit back up on the clock.
Alrighty. I'm assuming we're at the end of the third then.
We are towards the end of the third here.
Mm-hmm. And with their picks, let's see what they did. They did I'm him for real. At wide receiver, they did Colton Powell the second at corner. Can't be mad at that. They've also added a D lineman, Sonny D's. So, along with the quarterback, Cyril Thomas, of course. So, 4 picks up to this point. Looking to add on to what is a great roster already. Going to be interesting to see how this one shapes up. They could honestly go a lot of different directions in this one. Still got Gentry available. Surprised he's still alive in this one. I don't know how he fell to the third, but still some good receivers here. Jackson Storm, if they want to add another corner, they can. He's there, and then we're just gonna start working our way towards the lower tiered TPE type players, and there's still some gems there as well. That I'm interested to see where they go to.
Well, I do have a trade to give you.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and do it.
I'm going to get you the graphic here in just a second.
Thank you, sir.
I need to get the pick number because this pick is moving. And Detroit just tried to draft Goosebusters, so that's not going to work.
That's unfortunate.
And actually, I'm sorry. Detroit is not making a trade.
Detroit's not.
We have a trade between DC and Charlotte.
So that pick is going to remain the same, and then there's a graphic for it that you're sending me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and announce that then, I suppose, right? Since you already said the name.
No, because he picked someone that was already drafted.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I go.
So we're going to have to do that one over.
Is he not selected on the sheet? Or no, he was taken, yeah. That means he didn't pay attention.
Okay. All right. Apologies for all of the delays here. We're going to give Detroit a little bit of extra time.
Mm-hmm.
because of the trade mix-up here.
Yeah. Go back here. Let's run it back.
All right, and I believe the pick is in.
All
It
right.
is indeed.
All right. Let's
We're
go
going to
ahead and
get
flip it.
out of Colorado, free safety Jay Brown.
Very nice. Very nice. You love to see it. Got to get some safety help for sure. And he's going to be fitting into what is really, really good setup there for their secondary. Mikey Jackson, they got the new guy as well on the outside. Frost and Brown are still there. It's going to be interesting.
All right. We now have Turt's up on the clock, so I'm going to go look through Turt's list really quick. And
St. Louis?
yep, St. Louis. He's best available at this point. Well, that is going to be that guy right there. This is per his list.
All righty, go ahead and flip
It
it.
is in. So we're going to have out of Michigan State wide receiver Chris Gentry heading to St. Louis.
Surprised he fell that far, close to the fourth round. With all that talent, he's one of the faster wideouts in the game. Don't let speed fall that far, but hey, St. Louis is going to take advantage of it, adding on with Namey and them boys. I love to see it.
We now get Tacoma back up on the clock.
Tacoma. 2 minutes on the clock. As far as what is left, right now, all the 750s are gone outside of the quarterbacks. Still got a high 7 with Damon Savage, along with Jackson Storm, a high 6 hundo, and then the rest are 550s and below. So still some solid talent all the way around.
For sure. And we can get, if you're looking for a wide receiver, there's still, a couple there. Quarterbacks, still a couple up there.
Mm-hmm.
And the pick is in from Tacoma.
The pick is in. I love to see it. What you got, Big Pimpin'?
We have out of Southern Illinois wide receiver Damon Savage.
Very, very good pickup for sure. And going to add on to what is going to be a nice young budding offense here in Tacoma. We've seen in the history of the USFA one of the better teams. They have a ring, or at least one. I think they have one. They have two.
They have two.
Yeah, they have
Season
two.
1 and Season 5.
Yep. So definitely need to get back to their roots and make some noise here in the USFA.
For sure. I mean, they had a chance last year, but they kind of fell off towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Just weren't able to get the wins quite at the time that they needed them.
Mm-hmm.
Close games, but just not quite enough juice. So they're hoping that this draft class will take them over the top.
Is this round 4 now?
This is, I believe, round 5? 4. Yeah, 4. We're in 4.
Nice. And who's up?
This is New York coming up.
I'm trying to keep up, and I'm crazy.
Oh, pick is in here from New York.
Pick is in. There goes New York. Where you at?
We have out of Army, strong safety, Richard Powers.
Richard Powers doing his thing. Mr. Moist Taco, welcome to the league, Ben Pippin. We'll see where your tight end goes. He's still available on the field. And I can't wait to see what you do. Gonna be looking forward to creating them pretty soon.
For sure, for sure. Well, I think best available just means best available, does it not?
Who's next?
St. Louis.
Okay.
And I think, oh, I'm not going to give you any seconds, unfortunately. Well, the pick is in from St. Louis. It is going to be out of Liberty, quarterback AJ Dexter, heading to St. Louis. And I'm just going to keep this running while Stacks is AFK. Pittsburgh going to come up on the clock, starting at 6:06 my local time. First fray currently running Pittsburgh. And we are going to have the pick in. It is going to be from Army, tight end Spanky Powers heading to Pittsburgh for their first pick of the draft. First pick of the draft. Up next, we have Tacoma back up on the clock. Starting at 6:07 my local time, so I can have track. Well, welcome back. Tacoma is up on the clock. I've just kind of kept things running for now. He's been on the clock for roughly a minute. Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. I had to bounce away for a second, but I'm good.
Yeah, I can hear that phone going off every 10 seconds. Oh, and did you mute yourself? You might have muted himself.
Hmm?
Oh, I thought you muted yourself.
No, I'm up. So I'm just waiting on Tacoma now. So we got
Mm-hmm.
minute picks.
About 30 seconds probably at this point.
Mm-hmm. Now just saying in general, it's going to be a minute a
Oh.
pick now.
No, we're going to run two.
Oh, he said, okay, yeah, I was reading something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The pick is in.
Pick is in there, Tacoma. What you feeling?
We have out of Liberty, strong safety, Art the Clown.
Art the Clown. The GOAT. Nice job there for sure. Can't wait to see how he does doing his thing in Tacoma, Pacific Northwest.
Up
And
next,
mhm.
up next is Dallas. That'll be me.
Okay, still some good value picks up there for sure. Getting closer and closer to the fives. Like where's fives or less here.
Mm-hmm.
Outside that, very, very fun draft so far. We're hour and a half. Thank you so much once again. Everybody's showing some love and the patience as well. Could have got this started like a little bit earlier, but got tied up on some stuff. And here we are. Can't wait to get these players in. It's going to be fun to put them in after I complete all the teams, of course. I'm almost done redoing them. I don't know how I came up with the name stacks yet. It's all good, my man. Just happy taking part. Gonna be interested to see how this one goes down for sure. Waiting on the pick from the big homie.
And the pick is in.
Pick is in. How dare you?
We're gonna get out of Liberty. Running back Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. What's going on, Big Pimpin'? His other player already got picked earlier, I believe in the top of the third round, if I can remember. Probably something like that. But great job nonetheless. Can't wait to see how he does in the halfback room that includes one of the best to ever do it, Ulf Jacobson.
Indeed. And that's gonna bring up Ryan Davis in DC for 2.
We'll bring it on. Ryan been waiting. He know what he doing. You know, you don't got to wait too long for Ryan. That's one thing I can appreciate with him. He talking smack, but he good at what he does, and he's quick.
Indeed.
Even though I'm going to be limiting myself from jumping in the locker rooms and such, like I'm going to be popping in. I have a feeling it's going to be fun over there in DC.
And the pick is in here for the first one.
Let's go ahead and do it.
And we are going to get out of Liberty Ronnie Shanahan, the third wide receiver.
And it was Ronnie Shanahan the third in Pittsburgh. Was that second? I don't know.
That was second.
Okay, so they get
Or
an upgraded
junior,
version.
maybe.
What, they like making them in lab or something? Like just popping
Something
them
like
out,
that.
probably missed the name or something. I don't know. But good job nonetheless. He's been in the league for a while. And he's been there since back in the day, like in our Axis days. So
Yeah,
like
he's been here for
I
a
think he
hot
probably
minute.
has the most players out of unused. Like I
I
see.
mean, he's definitely getting up there with Kurtz.
Yeah, he's like Ronnie Shanahan the second, the third
You forgot
again.
Junior.
He got
You forgot Junior.
Junior. Like I don't know which one's gonna stick. Hopefully this time around he's gonna be around for the long haul. But I know if Ryan's gonna pick him up, it should be a pretty good shot.
Absolutely. And we have a trade to announce on this pick. I've sent you the graphic.
All right, let me go ahead and hit that trade number 10 or 11 or something like that. One of those two.
There's been a lot of trades.
Mm-hmm. Like I have on my OBS, I have a list of down to 10. So this is number 10 here. But I could have swore I flipped one by another one. I'm thinking this is 11. But nonetheless, it is up.
All right. Well, we have the on the clock pick 41st overall heading to Charlotte in exchange for Goosebusters.
Nice, very nice,
And
very nice. Charlotte back
that
up.
is Charlotte back up on the clock here.
He must see something in the draft that got left behind. And he says he wants to make that pick right there. Right now, the highest ranked player is cornerback Ethan Flowers the second that slid all the way down. I don't know how that happened, but going to be interesting to see how that one shapes up. Still got some good talent though. Cornerback Jackson Storm is still available. Still have Jamarcus Tyrone at halfback. Wide receivers, well, Kyle Washington, K Dubs, my boy K Dubs. Still got some good pieces here. What was that? 2, 4, 6, 7 more picks left to choose from.
Mm-hmm. What's the time at?
It's a minute.
And you might be in another situation where I'm picking a guy.
Mm-hmm. Just give him Ethan Flowers a second, just to troll him.
Not quite, but close. Let's you let me know when he runs out of time.
Got about another 20 seconds or so.
All right.
You can run.
Mm-hmm. All right, pick is in.
All right, pick is in.
All right, we have out of Southern Illinois quarterback Lucas DeMaria.
That's tragic. That's why you got to stay the whole draft. Could at least got, like a halfback or wide receiver or something. But that didn't be the breaks. Who's next?
Up next, we have New York back up on the clock.
New York back on the clock. Ryan liked that pick.
Yeah, he did.
That's trash,
Ryan
bro. You
loved it
trade
when I
for a
picked.
guy and then you don't even draft a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a quarterback for it. So I guess we already know who won that trade.
Yep.
How you just steal a pick though?
How you not? How you gonna trade for a
DC
pick
won
and
this
then not
draft.
show up?
DC won the draft, bro. That's so crazy. Oh my god. Y'all let him back in. Y'all let Ryan back in. Y'all knew
My
what happened.
question is, how are you gonna trade for a pick and then not show up to make your pick?
It happens to the best. Well, nah, I can't take that. I can't say that. It doesn't happen to me.
It doesn't happen to me either.
Mm-mm. Did you expect anything else?
No.
Nope. Aaron's waiting to put his pick in. 50 seconds left.
He is in the process of typing, and there it is. The pick is in.
The pick is in for New York. How you feeling, Big Pimpins?
Well, he is taken out of Abilene Christian running back Jamarcus Tyrone.
All right, I can't be mad at that. Add on and help out with Rashad Watson, who had himself a solid season. Not quite Pro Bowl caliber season, but he's still one of the higher rated running backs in the game. So you love to see it. And who we have next?
Up next, we have Miami coming back up.
Welcome to Miami. Okay. What do we got here? 2 minutes. Still some tight ends available. Still some corners available. What we got? Like 4 more picks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Five.
Oh yeah, we're including the quarterback Ethan Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought about trying to trade it up, but I'm gonna let it slide here. I'm content with where I'm at.
Yeah, I considered it as well for a second.
There was a few players still in the mid third high fourth that I would consider trading up for, and then when I seen one of those players get off the board, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep what I got. It's fine.
As expected, the pick is in here from Miami.
All right, let's go ahead. I love this animation here with that Miami water.
We're going to get out of Portland State, cornerback Jackson Storm.
You feel it. You feel it. You love to see it. So many great corners there. You got Ray Smash. You got the big homie D'Angelo Jackson, who's rooting for cornerback of the year, Chris Cross, and then you had a guy like Jackson Storm on top of it. I don't know how players are going to get by when it comes to these receivers.
Someone's going to have to do it. As BC comes back up on the clock to start the 5th round.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Still got a few guys left. Three to be precise, right? Well, still four. Never mind.
4. Yep.
Math is hard, apparently.
All right. BC is going to pass on all remaining picks.
Mm-hmm. Who's after that?
St. Louis. And St. Louis still has the best available in effect, so I think it's time. I think it's time this happens.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I think that's the right way. I think it's the right one.
So, St. Louis is going to select out of LSU quarterback Ethan Flowers II.
They need a quarterback, so
Now they have 3.
yeah. They need a quarterback. Now they're picking the litter.
Pittsburgh up on the clock now. And the pick is in from Pittsburgh.
Alrighty.
We have out of Abilene Christian cornerback Trey Bird.
Trey Bird, the bird of the word. What's happening, big homie? Good job there. And they definitely need some tight end help as well. Make sure they make some moves.
Absolutely. And now Tacoma up on the clock.
Mm-hmm. Right now it's just 2, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can't be mad at it. Mm-mm.
And you just let me know if he runs out of time.
Got about a minute.
All
50
right.
seconds to be exact.
Tacoma passes.
Okay. Who's next?
That'll put New York up on the clock.
Okay. Tight end Ty Bird or Kyor Washington is still available. Who will be Mr. Irrelevant? And who will pick Mr. Irrelevant is the question.
Well, if all things hold right now, I would be picking Mr. Irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
How much time does Aaron Ike have?
A minute 15.
Minute 15, so a minute left. All right.
20 seconds.
Pick is in.
Pick is in. New York. What you got?
They have out of UCLA, wide receiver Tyler Washington.
Mm-hmm. True that. Can't be mad at that. And that's the Mr. Irrelevant Jr., like I dubbed the other day. And the seniors
Yes.
on his way. Who's up? Is you?
It is me.
Okay. Are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Alrighty.
I'm not gonna let this thing go on.
I was wondering if it was gonna fall back to me. I don't know who was after you. Was it me?
After me would have been. Yeah, it would have been you.
Yeah. I probably would have selected him if it wasn't you. Cool. And
All right.
that should be it.
And that is it. The draft is over. Dallas selects Ty Bird with the last pick of the draft.
Very nicely done. Very, very good draft. As always, they're always fun to do. A little long, but going through the process, going through the picks, it's always a fun ride. And that'll be it for that. What are your thoughts so far?
You know, I think it's time to get everyone into their new locker rooms, get the feel good going, and I think it's really going to be a matter of who comes out on top in the season. I mean, the draft is great, but for some of these teams that have been drafting towards the bottom for a while, gotta start seeing results. And from these guys at the top, you're hoping that the draft picks you did get, that you're staying on top.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, let's get the celebrations going, and we'll see everyone during the regular season.
Most definitely. Still got some off-season stuff to do. Free agencies around the corner. We got the awards show, Pro Bowl, and a whole bunch of foul work if you've seen the league announcements a few days ago or about a week ago, something like that, right? So we're going to go ahead and keep it moving here. Thank you so much again for everybody who stuck to the end. Very fun draft. Interesting to see how this one goes down. I'll say the teams that won the draft, my personal opinion, will be St. Louis and DC. Just with the amount of picks and the amount of talent they were able to bring in. But it's just like he said, it's up for them to actually turn them pieces into diamonds. No pun intended with DC there. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where that goes down. I got to get these players into the game along with the other teams. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up tonight. Thank you so much again. And outside of that, we'll go ahead and talk to you later.